What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully, everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. It's time for the CDC variant proportion update for Friday, June 23rd, 2023. We have quite a few variants to get through today. They have added more variants to the list, unfortunately. And believe it or not, the one that we've been thinking might get added eventually, FU, has not even made the list yet. There's a bunch of other ones that have now entered the picture. So what we're going to do is first we're going to start off on the national level. We're going to read all the variants on the national level. And then when we get to region by region, we're only going to read the variants that are over 1%. I'm going to move myself over here to the left so it's easier for you to see because, like I said, there's quite a few variants that we have to read through today. So starting off on the national level, XBB.1.5, it's still around. It's at 27%. It's still the leading variant. Then comes XBB.1.16, which is now up to 19.9%. XBB.1.9.2 is now 13%. XBB.1.9.1 is 11.4%. XBB 2.3 is now over 10% at 10.6% nationally. XBB 1.16.1 is at 9.5%. EU 1.1, this is a new variant, is at 1.7%. FE 1.1, another new variant, is at 1.6%. XBB 1.5.68, another new variant, is at 1.4%. XBB.1.5.1 is at 1.2%. XBB.1.5.10 is at 1.2%. XBB is at 0.9%. FD.2 is at 0.4%. CH1.1 is at 0.2%. And finally, surprise, BA 2.12.1, if you may recall, is a variant from way back last year, has randomly reappeared at 0.1%. All right, let's go region by region. Region 1, Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, and Vermont. In Region 1, we see that XBB.1.5 is still 27%, XBB.1.16 is 10.8%, XBB.1.9.2 is 16.7%, XBB.1.9.1 is 12.1%, XBB 2.3 is 11.6%, XBB.1.16.1 is 14.4%, the new EU 1.1 is 1.2%, the new FE 1.1 is 1.8%, and the new XBB 1.5.68 is 1.5%, XBB 1.5.1 is 1.4%, XBB 1.5.10 is 0.5%. Moving on to Region 2, New Jersey, New York, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. In this region, XBB.1.5 is down to 22.2%. XBB.1.16 is up to 21.6%. XBB.1.9.2 is 14%. XBB.1.9.1 is 10.5%. XBB 2.3 is 11.8%. XBB.1.16.1 is 10.7%. EU 1.1 is 1.5%. Not sure why that's showing up ahead of FE.1, but FE.1 is 3.8%. And then we skip down here to XBB 1.5.1, which is 1.3%. XBB 1.5.10 is 1.4%. So a little jumbled here from the CDC. Not understanding why they did that, but is what it is. Region 3, Delaware, District of Columbia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and West Virginia. In this region, you will see that XBB.1.5 is down to 24.4%. XBB.1.16 is up to 20.2%. XBB.1.9.2 is at 10.3%. XBB.1.9.1 is at 13.2%. XBB 2.3 is at 11.9%. XBB.1.16.1 is at 10.8%. EU 1.1 is at 3.4%. FE 1.1 is at 1.1%. XBB 1.5.68 is at 1.5%, XBB 1.5.1 is at 1.4%, and XBB 1.5.10 is at 1%. Region 4, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Tennessee. In this region, XBB.1.5 is 28.3%, XBB.1.16 is 20.8%, XBB.1.92 is 9.7%, XBB.1.91 is 11.8%, XBB.2.3 is 7.7%, XBB.1.16.1 is 9%, EU 1.1 is 2%, FE 1.1 is at 2.8%, XBB 1.5.68 is at 1.7%, XBB 151 is at 1.5%, XBB 1510 is at 3.3%, and XBB is at 1.1%. Again, this is a little jumbled for some reason, and we'll see if that continues with Region 5, which includes Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio, and Wisconsin. In this region, XBB.1.5 is at 30.5%, XBB.1.16 is at 21.2%, XBB.1.92 is at 10.1%, XBB.1.91 is at 9.8%, then comes XBB.2.3 at 11.1%, XBB.1.16.1 is at 9.1%, EU 1.1 is at 1.3%, XBB 1.5.68 is at 1.9%, XBB 151 is at 1.8%, XBB is at 1.4%. Region 6, Arkansas, Louisiana, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. In this region, XBB 1.5 is at 31.2%, XBB 1.16 is at 23.5%, XBB 1.92 is at 8.1%, XBB 1.91 is at 11.3%, XBB 2.3 is at 8%, XBB 1.16.1 is at 10.5%, FE 1.1 is at 1.9%, XBB 1.51 is at 1.6%, and XBB is at 1.1%. Region 7, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska. In this region, XBB 1.5 is still at 36.5%. XBB 1.16 is at 11.3%. XBB 1.92 is at 5.3%. XBB 1.91 is all the way up to 16.7%. XBB 2.3 is at 9.5%. XBB 1.16.1 is at 13%. EU 1.1 is at 2%. FE 1.1 is at 1.3%. XBB 1.51 is at 1.8%. And XBB is at 1.2%. Moving on to Region 8, Colorado, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Utah, and Wyoming. In this region, XBB 1.5 is 25.1%, XBB 1.16 is 12.5%, XBB 1.92 is now up to 20.4%, XBB 1.91 is 11.2%, XBB 2.3 is 13.3%, XBB 1.16.1 is 4.9%, EU 1.1 is 8.7%, XBB 1.5.68 is 1.6%, XBB 1.5.10 is 1%. Moving on to Region 9, Arizona, California, Hawaii, Nevada, American Samoa, Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands, and Federated States of Micronesia. In this region, we see that XBB 1.5 is 27.4%, XBB 1.16 is 18.8%, XBB 1.92 is 15.2%, XBB 1.91 is 12%, XBB 2.3 is 10.3%, XBB 1.16.1 is 9%, EU 1.1 is 1.5%, XBB 1.5.68 is 1.7%. Then we move on to Region 10, our last region, Alaska, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. In this region, we see that XBB 1.5 is at 25%, XBB 1.16 is at 24.5%, XBB 1.92 is at 10.6%, XBB 1.91 is at 13.1%, XBB 2.3 is at 16.8%, and XBB.1 16.1 is at 6.5%. That does it for all the regions this week. One thing we have learned is this variant soup is getting more and more confusing. We are adding more and more to the list. The list is getting longer. There's at least 15 different variants here now. And FU is not one of them. So chances are this variant soup is going to continue to grow as we go to the future. And basically right now what we're dealing is just a wave of a general, and we're not even seeing a big growing wave right now. We're just the variants, and the people that are testing positive could be testing positive with any one of these variants. No two variants are dominant. If we go back to the USA, the national range, I mean, yes, XBB.1.5, yes, that is the leading variant right now. But all these other variants are catching up. And it's just a big mixture right now. Which one is eventually going to take over? Only time will tell at this point. Alrighty folks, that does it for today's variant update video. We will have the regularly scheduled pandemic update this afternoon. Stay tuned for that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. I will see you all again next time. But until I see you again next time, stay safe everyone, and thanks for watching.